After listening to my speech, my audience will learn more about climate change and how it can impact our lives. Imagine being able to plant the perfect garden or enjoy a trip to the beach or going grocery shopping to your local farmer's market without having to worry about extreme weather, pollution, or food shortages. I will be telling you what climate change is and how it changes the prevalence of geographical dispensation of food and causes illnesses. I started to have an interest in climate change after watching some documentaries on Netflix. Since becoming a plant-based eater, I started watching documentaries on how factory farms and how their priority is getting animals to produce rapidly, get them fat and plump, and expeditiously as possible using hormones, to then slaughter them and ship them out in masses to local markets because there is a huge demand for meat. Subsequently, the breeding of millions of animals each year produces greenhouse gases into our atmosphere. Your main points. First, I will tell you the meaning of climate change. Then I will tell you how it can have a direct impact on our health to the availability of our food. Let me begin. There are many things to know about climate change. Climate change refers to notable long-duration shifts in temperatures and weather. Such shifts may be naturally caused by fluctuations in the sun activity or sizable volcanic explosions. Ensuing the 1991 eruption of Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines, cooler than ordinary temperatures were recorded worldwide. The eruption of Mount Pinatubo in the Philippines was the second biggest volcanic eruption of the 20th century. The destruction was tremendous. Many deaths were recorded, and countless buildings decimated by hot ashes and mud flows. Heat records are being shattered widespread in the US. However, it is much more than that. It is worldwide, with severe heat hitting Europe, accompanied by staggering floods in the US, Asia, and India. For nearly all of July, the world has been in uncharted hot territory, according to the University of Maine's Climate Reanalyzer. Sea surface temperatures atop the planet's oceans by a great amount were the hottest any June in record since the mid-19th century. In truth, the ocean warmth was the most above average of any single month since 1850, according to NOAA. Now that I have told you about the meaning of climate change, let me go over with you of how it affects our health. According to the World Health Organization, climate change and health last updated in 2021. Climate change is the single largest health hazard affronting humankind. Climate change is already affecting health in a multiple of ways, as well as resulting in death and illness from progressively reoccurring exorbitant weather events. According to the WHO, climate change and health, last updated in 2021, 930 million individuals, about 12% of the globe's population, contribute at the minimum 10% of their household finances to pay for healthcare. With low-income people, mostly uninsured, health problems and stresses already presently domineering 100 million individuals into destitution. I have told you about the meaning of climate change and how it has an impact on our health. Let me talk about how it affects our food availability. According to the article, Climate Change, Global Food Safety, and the U.S. Food System by the USDA, last updated in December 2015, climate change is expected to lessen continued progression on global food security. Production disruptions that lead to local accessibility constraints and price increases disrupt transport conduits and decrease food safety. Since Russia's invasion of Ukraine and on February 24th, 2022, between climate change and the pandemic, the food crisis only took a turn for the worse. The Russia-Ukraine war has resulted in an unprecedented 345 million people whose livelihoods are in imminent danger from dire food instability. With that said, let me conclude. First, I told you about the meaning of climate change. Then I told you how it can affect your health. Lastly, I told you about how it affects our food availability. Climate change is a serious matter that impacts our nation. We can begin to take matters into our hands. United, we can make a difference. Thanks. Tienes que aplaudir.